Amerie, the first time I saw you on our first date, I remember you were wearing your Brave sweatshirt, jeans, and your dirty tennis shoes. But what I remember the most was that smile of yours when you came up to me to give me a hug. That was the moment I fell in love with you and knew you were going to be my wife someday. As I foresaw, today is that day. When I look at you and I see how beautiful you are and all the things we've been through in the past 22 months, all the last second date ideas just so we could hang out a little bit longer, or the times we went fishing at the creek and watched you fall and train across the other side. Or all the times we went hiking and talked about all the things we had been through before we found out we both existed. While holding hands, trying to mend each other's hearts under the sunset. The truth is my heart still melts every time I see you, and it makes me feel deeper and deeper in love with you, still to this day. Every day I thank God for you, a loyal, caring, faithful, and beautiful woman, wife, future mother of my children. I'm truly blessed to call you my own when I especially don't deserve your love. From this day forward, I will do my best, and with the help of God, to provide for you, care for you, be loyal to you, and pursue your heart every day as if it was the last day together. I will be there when you feel lonely and be your shoulder to cry on. The Almighty has given you to me, and I will do as the Lord commands, Ephesians 5:25. Husbands, love your wives as Christ has loved the church and gave himself up for her. I'm looking forward to being married to you, and even though most of the world looks at marriage as the end, I will look at it as the beginning of a new adventure with my best friend and the love of my life. I will always be seeking to surprise you and grow our heart for each day until the day that God calls one of us up to heaven. And we wait again for the day to hold each other in each other's arms for eternity. I deeply love you with all my heart. I'm Mrs. Sharp.
Mason, I prayed for you all my life, and with God's perfect timing, you came into it. When I met you, I prayed asking God if you were the one, and shortly after you messaged me. After talking to you for a while, I fell in love with you. When we first met, to our first date, to even to this moment, God has continued to show me our lives are meant to be together in His will. Today I vow to always love and to be there for you. I will end each day by your side. Unless you are away, then I promise to call you. I promise to always forgive you and admit my faults, asking for forgiveness myself, for I'm not a perfect person. Most importantly, I vow to keep God centered in our marriage, and in the future, God willing, when we are grandparents, sitting on our porch, me holding your hand, while watching the sunset or the sunrise, reflecting on this very moment. You are the most precious blessing and gift in my life. I love you dearly.
Hug each other.
Seeing you both here tonight on your wedding brings me a kind of peace I've never known.
The kind of peace that comes with knowing that my best friend will always be loved by the man that she loves. I'm no expert on marriage, but I know it's not always peaceful. It's a partnership you build with love, trust, and compromise. So if you want to open up the bag, there inside is a clock. During the wedding ceremony, I looked at the time that you guys shared your first kiss as a married couple. It was 4:07. I've stopped time on this clock to represent that exact moment. Anytime you guys are confused in life, frustrated, reminiscing on the good times, or anywhere in between, I want you both to go to this and remember the feeling you felt in that exact moment.
There's only one word to describe growing up with Mason. It would be wild, let's just say it. He's always been very loyal. He's always someone that'll have your back. He always came to the rescue of others and standing up for people, even if it meant getting in trouble in the process. He's always willing to try something, even if it meant failing in the process. His guard dog personality always meant that he cared well and to take care of others. Amerie, I can't claim to know you very well, but your quiet calmness and easygoing personality seem to be good for Mason. When you're around, Mason truly seems to be at ease, as if he has found his home.
I'm Hunter Sharp. I'm Mason's youngest brother. And I just want to share a little story of something that happened a long time ago with Mason and me. Something that I'll never forget. I was about 5 and I was ice fishing with Mason and my dad. We were packing up for the day and I was running around as any 5-year-old would. Well, I wasn't really paying attention to the holes around me and I fell in. So Mason comes over to me and tries to help me get out of the hole, but no. He hooked my foot underneath the hole, not to pull me up, just to make it seem like I got scared, and he tells me, Hunter, we're gonna have to cut your leg off. And as any 5-year-old would, they're gonna freak out. I am freaking out for, I don't really remember how long, but then my dad comes over and it's like, what's going on? And I'm like, well, Mason said we have to cut my foot off. And he comes over and then he pulls my foot out right away, and I realized that he was just pranking me the whole time. And that's when I learned how much Mason actually loved me. So, Amerie, for you, don't fall into an ice hole. Otherwise, you might lose your leg.